brief was simple really. Come down to Yateley, film a fishing social, 17 anglers, 9 kilo of brisket, and a bunch of 40-pounders. But times have changed. It was no longer just a sea of knitted jumpers, climbing trees, smoking roll-ups, and listening to pirate radio stations. With bait boats, deepers, drones, all now part of the mix, it was my job to come down and bridge the gap between the old and the new. So this is a story about how the old school ethos of having a good time, chasing some of the most revered carp in the land, and overall, respecting nature has been carried through into modern times, even if some of the tackle and methods have changed. So whatever it is that makes you happy, whether that's wearing knitted jumpers, drinking from tea-stained mugs, or staying up to date with the latest, we've all got one thing in common, and that's a love for fishing and the great outdoors. Welcome to the Subcarp social, Swan Valley.
Well, good morning all, lovely people, what a glorious day it is. Join me here down at the historic, the iconic, and a venue that needs no introduction, the Swan Valley complex over in Yateley. Now, we're here for 48 hours and
Known as home of the 40s. This legendary old mature pit set in 13 acres of lush countryside along the River Blackwater. I'm not too sure when it was dug, but I know it was originally stocked in the mid-80s, and we were all hoping to get amongst some of those big old originals. And I'll be honest, it seemed pretty doable. They were everywhere, up in the water, sheeting up on the deck. But it was post-spawning, and these wily old carp had seen it all. Some of the most famous anglers had graced this lake, and I was about to be proved very wrong. But the Subcarp gaffers had put together a pretty good team. And on that note, let's meet a few of the anglers. Dan the Dabbler, always dabbling with reeks, or Yateley's finest, you take your pick. Pete Laskell, voice like velvet, hands like a vice grip. If you're receiving a call from him, it's already too late. Lucky Lee, not because he's lucky, but because he makes his own luck. He could hear a pound note and a fiver arguing over who's real. Aris the Oracle, classy geezer, immovable from a bar stool or a peg, knows every inch of the gaff. Private Jed, no fluff, just facts. Allergic to small talk and nonsense. Roughneck Richie, born in the Ardennes. Still walks like it, still talks like it. Sounds like he's been gargling a brick since '98. Professor Rambo, speaks like a scholar, fishes like a ghost, but still wouldn't cross him. Lawrence the Meat, the man knows every cut, every secret, and knows his way around a big slab of meat. The Governors, Eagle-Eyed Jay, spots the shot before it's even there, always one step ahead of the media game. Big Deal Dave, muscle and hustle rolled into one. Fingers in every pies, master of all trades. And there's a couple more legends you haven't met yet, but we'll meet up with them in a bit. At this point in the film is where I should be inserting the draw, people pushing their barrows in slow motion, and all that carpy goodness. But you've seen that 1,000 times before. Instead, we took to Instagram and asked you lot what you wanted to see in the film. And you chose quickfire questions. But not your usual camo or olive quickfire questions, and I've been guilty of it myself. We all take fishing a little too seriously nowadays. What happened to having fun?
All right, Rich, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you haven't got no time to think about it.
What?
A new PB out of this lake or Michelle Keegan from one night?
New PB.
Wow.
I'm married, mate. I'm married.
If you caught the lake PB, but you foul hooked it, but no one was here and no one would ever know, would you claim it?
I couldn't. You couldn't.
I think you're lying.
No.
I think you are.
I've had that before. Not a lake PB, but I've foul hooked a fish before and it's just so disappointing. I think the guilt would eat me alive. I'd never be able to keep quiet.
And here we have Adam. All in a bay, all on his own. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 10 carp out in front. Looks like he's floater fishing, obviously. But looks like he's having no luck. If your missus was to start fishing, would you quit? Beth's just lied round there as well. I don't want to have a whole team full of liars.
I ain't no lie. She fishes.
He's a liar. He's a liar. Come on, Stu, let's go. Hi, boys. Who out the Subcarp team would you grass on to avoid jail time, Pete?
Dave.
Your own son.
Yes.
Your own beloved son. Your own pride and joy.
Yes.
Well, that's a turn up for the books, isn't it? Make sure you don't get season baits in it. This is a Subcarp social, not season baits.
Yeah, but I also own that company as well, so that's quite important to be fair. Well, I look really small here, don't I? Look.
Little small man.
Right, go on, ask me a question.
I asked the questions, not you. Yeah. Anyways, so we've been over and seen your dad, and I asked him the same question. This question, I'm going to ask you the same question because he came up with a very, very controversial answer.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Who out the Subcarp team would you grass on to avoid jail?
Probably everyone.
You can't choose everyone.
Oh, right. Well, it's probably someone I don't really know that well. Probably a new fella, Ben Hatchett.
Well, that's quite funny actually because your dad said you.
No, he didn't. Did he? No, he didn't.
I swear to God, he said he put you in jail.
No, you wouldn't. You know why?
Why?
Because I'd move everyone away from you, so you'd be a lonely, lonely man.
Oh, well, I'll be all right.
Oh, next time you lose your wallet, stick it up, right?
Cheers,
See you later.
He was dead serious when he said it. That's a lie. Everyone's lying. We've got a team full of liars. Cheers, Pete. We've got double bubble here anyway. So we've got Lee. Lee is the co-owner of Season Baits. Isn't that right, Lee?
I am indeed, mate, yeah.
What's your favourite bait in the range?
Firefly.
Firefly. Why?
Because I like spicy sausage, sort of. I like...
If you had to fight an animal to death, what are you backing yourself against?
Chihuahua.
They are vicious though, aren't they? They are quite vicious little chihuahuas. Anyways, how's the fishing going?
Yeah, we're good. We've done a bit of surface fishing. Seagulls put an end to that, so we've just got 2 out on the deck now. Nice, managed to find a few two clear spots in the weeds, so just left it with 2 for now. And then I'm going to go for a margin later on this evening, I think, once the birds get out of my way.
One more question. Do you like my stick?
Could do with being a bit thicker.
That's what they all say.
After a lot of activity on the surface, the carp just wasn't playing ball. Like I said earlier, it was post-spawning, and there had been a lot of disturbance on the banks. So it was time for the team to start making their plans for the night ahead, and Morris to get that meat prepped. So let's catch up with the governors.
Plan is I've left it all day. It's been quite a few fish ghosting around here during the day in the heat of the sun. So we've gone around, done all the bits that we need to do, meet a lot of the lads. Now it's time to get the rods out finally for myself.
Well, it's quite a weedy area, isn't it? So it is very weedy to be fair. So I'm putting a drone up just to try and get the best possible drop on the lead and that on a nice clear spot. So
I want to fish in close because I've seen a lot of the lads fishing out quite far to far margins. I'm a big believer that you don't need to cast out a million miles. Them fish come in nice and close, especially a venue like this.
I found some spots about 10-15 minutes ago, but obviously where the sun's gone behind the clouds now, I literally can't see much, but we're going to go for
12mm Firefly from Season Baits. Maybe 10 of them around one hook bait with a three-piece stringer.
And hopefully it reduces the fish. So I'm going to lower that down.
And see how that goes. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I've got a soft boom on my rig, size 4, nice strong hook, and a real basic old school hair rig.
And that's where we're going to put it. And if it works, it works, and if it don't, we change it tomorrow.
And that was the plan. A bunch of anglers using different tactics, some with drones, some with marker rods and notepads. But most importantly, no one was complaining. Everyone was being respectful, sharing knowledge and the water. But before we put an end to the first day, the governors performed their pre-bed ritual in preparation for what was to come.
It was a warm summer's evening. in the lakes of Yateley, where two young men performed a ritual to the carp gods, and with the sun and the spirit of the Umbonge. The two young men perform this ritual, and tomorrow they shall be successful. Amen.
Amuka muka.
Muka muka. What the fuck are them two doing?
Oh my God.
At first we thought our prayers had been answered, and the carp gods were finally on our side.
Right. First one of the session from the famous Swan Valley, caught on seasoned baits firefly. Bring it on.
But as the rest of the social began to unfold, we thought maybe our offering wasn't big enough. Maybe we'd upset them. At this point, I should probably apologise. Everyone knows you do the bank shots first. Ben will explain the rest.
Coming to venues like this, they come with a history of all the greats have been here, blah, blah, blah. So you come with a little trepidation, hoping that you'll catch one. And I have had a touch. I think it's been tough for the lads, but yeah, I've had a touch and I have had one. You come for these infamous venues, coming for the big girls, hoping for that glorious water shot in your waders first thing in the morning, holding up an epic feast. Mine didn't quite go to plan. But we've had one. I suppose not many people can come here and say that they've caught a Yateley fish. Who gets the opportunity? You know, we've come down with Subcarp for the social, come down for some good food, meet the lads, have a good laugh, joke, and it's been mega. It's nice to know that the tactics, rigs, the bait that I take everywhere else catches me fish there. I've brought it here, and it's done me the do here too. So happy days.
So you're the man with the local knowledge?
Yes. Yeah, well, I live very locally. And I grew up in Yateley, so although there's a good head of fish and obviously some decent sizes, it doesn't mean that it is by no means a runs water. There was a lot on the top in here yesterday, did try for them with no success. But we have got another 24 hours. There is one thing with these group bookings though, what you tend to get at the start is everyone arrives at the same time, everyone's putting bait out, everyone's leading about, and it can tend to be really quiet at the start, and then it sort of picks up towards the end. So that's we've got fingers crossed for. We'll set up for this evening and see how we go from there for the next 24.
This is Swan Valley. So the fish, yeah, fish. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. Stu, I'm in.
Was this another strike from the carp gods? Either way, what an incredible fish.
Settle down. Oi, oi. So, first tench I've actually ever caught. Bit gutted that it wasn't a carp, but after seeing the size of it, etc., I'm actually really pleased, to be fair. It's different to have something different on the bank, and yeah, it saved me a blank anyway. So, yeah, what an absolutely beautiful creature. And yeah, let's get her back in, shall we? Off you go, little beauty. Get in there. First tench. Hopefully I'll get another one, bigger.
I've decided to be unsocial on the social. I was sort of last out in the draw. Most people chose to go on the larger part. I was a bit concerned about line pressure in everyone's way, so I've slipped over here to peg 26 on the smaller half. Haven't seen much until this morning. I trickled a bit of bait in across the margin over there, had a little wander around this morning, and there was a unit. Head down, butt up, grubbing away. So confidence level has now gone through the roof. So game on. We sit, we wait, and hopefully the carp get back on the spot. They get munching, don't touch it, sit on my hands, and yeah, one toner.
And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, it was time to serve the brisket. But don't worry, this film's not all just storytelling. We're about to get into some serious action.
But it is, first time I've used it, so it is what it is. If it comes out all right, it comes out all right. A little bit nervous, to be fair. Put this on at 7 o'clock yesterday evening, and well, basically it's the first time using this offset smoker, and I took it off at about 9 o'clock this morning. It's been resting ever since, so it's come out proper juicy. I am happy.
First go on that.
Right, you're on.
Getting near.
Sort of finish.
They say foams for people that don't know. Foams for people that aren't sure. How can you ever be sure? You've woken up in the morning, they're all over you, they're fizzing up, and you can't imagine for the life of you why you haven't got the pickup. You know, and you've got to wait till you come back next time to try something different. And there's no point changing everything. You've got to change something so you know what it is you've changed and whether that's made the difference or not. So it's like such a slow, incremental process of changing little things, not having any success, and then coming back a week later and changing something else tiny and not having any success, and maybe you do have success and you what do you put it down to? It's such a slow process to learn, and when you're here on a social like this and you've got 2-3 days to try and work out what the fish want and how they want it, just to try and nick 1 or 2 fish on a social, it's obviously a challenge, but a couple of the boys have managed it, haven't they?
And with the Subcarp team setting out their stall for the last night, they were about to manage a lot more than they'd bargained for.
It's in there, son.
Nah, not this time.
It's all come good. 24 pound on the nose.
24 looks like on the nose.
Little Park Lake Warrior. Subcarp Social 2025. Let's have ya. You beauty. Let's hope it's more to come for the night. Nice little mirror carp here, come off of a spot me and Dave found a bit late last evening. Come off a little spinner rig
15mm boilie, trimmed down to look like the birds have been pecking on it. Just so it doesn't look too obvious as being a round boilie in an old historic pressured water. Yes! That's the plan, brother. Sweet, son. Nice one.
Well, I'm absolutely buzzing with this fish. It's been a hard, grueling weekend. Not many fish have been coming out this weekend, but I've been sticking to the same spot. Little Ronnie rig on a little single wafter, and this roared off about 4:30 this morning. Took my other rod out, big bowl of weed, absolutely over the moon. My first Yateley carp and my first Subcarp social carp also.
And that was it. The Swan Valley Subcarp Social was finally over. Everyone worked hard, everyone got on well, and it got me thinking, maybe we do take carp fishing a little too seriously. You can have fun and still respect the lake and the nature. Take home your rubbish, smile, be polite to people, and just do you. Tie lines.
Alright Stu, how you doing mate? Just a quick one. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're absolutely flat out editing the Swan Valley video, but I've got something pretty special for you and I need to get you booked in for this. So yeah, give us a call when you can mate. It's an epic venue and it's got some amazing fish. I've had a look through the archives and this is a venue we want to really tackle. So give us a call and I'll give you the rundown on it mate. Cheers, bye.